check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. Teofimo Lopez won unwarranted wide decision. I felt that he won a decision maybe by 3 or 4 points, but 118 to 109, I think two of the cards were. That was atrocious tonight. Masayoshi Tanaki from Japan did his thing, man. But let's talk about it. They got a treat down there in the DMV at the MGM National Harbor. But we back, Goodfellow Sports TV. We in the building. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon if you haven't. Share the video is the best way to help the channel out. And, Lopez went 12 rounds. I think he did good going 12. Kind of got tired, and then, him being a young, hungry bull, his second win kicked in, and, it's not easy going 12. That's mentally it's stressful, it's physically stressful, and I know people don't think mentally. He paced himself well. He didn't punch himself out where he was dragging to the finish. But Masayoshi Tanaki, man, if he get him some American sparring, some American training, just a little help out, he really good. He just got to learn how to get the snap on the end of his punches. And once he able to keep the guys at the end of his punches with that height, I think he'd be a problem. He can work good down there. He had the good left hook going to the body. And then the referee was getting on my nerve tonight. Talking about Tanaki was hitting Lopez on the back of the head. Lopez was turning. He was hitting Lopez. If he was hitting Lopez on the back of the head, it was because Lopez was turning away, trying to spin around. But early on, Tanaki, he was doing real good using his jab, his right hand. He just don't get the proper leverage in the full extension where he'd be able to turn over his right hand. Once he able to get in the gym and somebody else is, a trainer or somebody else is able to critique him, especially how to, use that lead hook, turn into a check hook, and really sit down on that right hand. See, he get good leverage on his body punches and stuff of that nature he was doing with Lopez, but I felt that he could have been way more aggressive with the jab, double it up from the pit of the stomach. He was doing good. I think he could have, jabbed to the sternum or to the chest, and I believe that he really could have just, really sat down on that right hand and came over the top a lot of the times, because Teofimo Lopez was just fighting with his hands down. And if he could have dressed him up, with a double jab, and maybe, set it up with double jab right hand, and then maybe feint the jab to the body and come over the top with the right hand, he could have dressed Lopez up. But he really just didn't have enough oomph on his punches. He just didn't have enough oomph. This is, top 10 contender, almost world-class level. He just really don't know how to turn over his shots and really turn and torque his body into there. And with experience, he will learn how to do that, man. But he should have been way more aggressive with the jab, doubling, tripling up. But Lopez, like I said before, he did a good thing, a lot of good things. He got a really good left hook, a really good right hand. He can lead with the right hand, finish with the left hook, lead with the left hook, and that's everybody can't do that. Come back with the right hand. He working with a lot of raw talent, a lot of seasoned talent. But where he could have done better at tonight was keep his hands up. I think like Andre Ward said, he don't need to be in the shoulder roll position until he get comfortable. I think he another guy that don't know how to really fully use the shoulder roll, and he getting generic advice on how to use it. He need to learn how to use it and how to roll over and come back with counter shots, because the right hands were landing on from this guy, this Tanaki guy, because Lopez don't know how to roll over and tuck his chin and roll with the shot and then come back with counter shots. He don't really know how to fight behind the shoulder. He really fully, he can do it, but he don't fully know how to fight behind the shoulder. And you really don't see Mayweather in the shoulder roll the entire fight. Early on, he usually in the high guard, and sometimes he going back and forth. until he feel out his opponent. But he keep his hands low too much, man. And he got hit with right hands because his hands was low a lot of the time, you know. And when he getting hit with right hands, he was either about to throw or he was, you know, just sitting there and not doing nothing. I think Lopez need to pick his hands up. You know what I'm saying? He need to, you know, utilize the jab more. And when you fight a guy like Richard Comey, you need to utilize that jab and step away from Comey right hand. And then again, I also noticed with Lopez, he looking for 1 or 2 shots. He looking for the highlight reel knockout. This fight indicated that you off that level of, I touch this guy, he gonna crumble. Now you at the durability point where guys got good chins, guys can take your shot and they can give it back. And he need to start taking stuff off his, taking power off his shots and setting them up and changing the speeds of his shot. He not gonna just always score the highlight reel knockout. And today, Masayoshi Tanaki showed him that you got to change the speeds up and he got to start setting things up. And a lot of the times tonight, he was setting up boxing shots. He was doing boxing moves here and there. He wasn't doing them on a consistent basis, but he was doing them. And what he need to do is, you know, instead of trying to look for that big colossal lead left hook to the head, how about you throw a left hook to the body, change the speed, and throw a medium left hook to the head. Then when your opponent started to, you know, look for that left hook to the body that you setting up, you throw a big left hook to the head because that's what he looking for, a body shot. And just, you know, it's a lot that he need to improve. Remember, he a prospect. He's a contender technically, but he really a prospect. But he showed a lot tonight, man. He dug down deep. He was gritty, and he finished strong. But right now, I don't think he world title material, but I think he closer than he was coming in. He needed a durable guy to take him 12. He needed this tonight. He needed it. Today he found out fat meat wasn't greasy. Fat meat was greasy. And now what they do, they get back to the drawing board, and he got a hell of a job cut out fighting Richard Comey. And what he need to do is learn, you know, pick them hands up. And he's struggling with the right hands coming from the orthodox position. A lot of that has got to pick your hands up and not be in the shoulder roll so much because he don't know how to fully utilize it. And jab. You know, work on jab to the stomach, jabs to the head. He left a lot of jabs out there. When you fight a taller fighter, either you're going to have to take away his jab by coming over the top and counter. He never really tried to take away Masayoshi Tanaki jab tonight. That's another thing he failed to do. He didn't know if he wanted to counter it. He wanted to jab with him, hook off the jab to take away the jab, or counter the jab some type of way. You know, Tanaki, he threw the jab enough. He should have threw it a lot more because Lopez didn't have an answer for it. From the stomach to the head, even if he threw it to the sternum or the solar plex, he just didn't have an answer for it. Lopez did not come into this fight expecting to have to take away the taller guy jab, and he wasn't prepared to do so neither. He wasn't. And it just so happened that Masayoshi Tanaki didn't throw enough jabs tonight. If he would have picked up the jab count, and he really know how to turn over his punches and get snapped and keep the opponent at the end of his punches and really get 100% power, Lopez would have been in trouble tonight. Had Lopez been in there with a Shavakov, had Lopez been in there with even a Robert Easter Jr. tonight, had Lopez been in there with anybody that knew what they was doing technically, he would have been in some trouble tonight. And I'm not sure that he would have made it to the final bill. I'm not sure he would have won. I'm not sure. He would have been in some trouble tonight, but this was the perfect opportunity for him to wake up and know that I don't have that elite level Mike Tyson power at the championship level, and that's cool. Everybody meet their match. Every time you hit a guy, he's not gonna crumble. They gonna laugh and hit you back. And tonight he learned that lesson. He needs to learn that lesson before he fought Richard Comey. That's gonna be a really tough fight for him. And if he don't pick up his hands and pick up the jab count and change the speeds of his punches, if he go in there swinging for home runs versus Comey, because Comey showed the ability to take Beltran best punches, and your home run shot don't put Comey down like a tranquilizer, he gonna get beat. So he need to change speed of his punches, pick the jab up, pick his hands up. But other than that, he fought a good fight. I definitely want to see Masayoshi Tanaki again. Definitely a treat. The Japanese fighters are great. You know, remember Awakwa was another good one. And they real tough, man. But Goodfella Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. You have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video quests. Keep sharing the videos. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing to 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website, promo code description. Lotion soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pump.